So Beekeeper tells the story of a illegal company running a scam system where they scam older people out of all of their savings and their life savings and their money. And they just so happen to come across a friend of Jason Statham's character, scams her out of all of her money, and he goes on a rampage to find out who did it. So before we get into the main review, I do want to say that I've decided to move the Alien franchise review a little bit later. I decided I want to do a couple stand-alone reviews so I can get my feet wet into the whole movie review thing before I take on a whole franchise. I think it'd be better that way. So I don't know if it'll be starting next review or if I'll do a few more standalone movies before I start it, but it will come in the near future. I'm still going to do it. I just want to get more used to reviewing movies before I start an entire franchise. So Beekeeper is a new 2024 action movie that came out this January starring Jason Statham, and it tells the story of a friend of his that gets scammed out of all of her money. She ends up committing suicide, and surprise, surprise, he's used to be an undercover agent or assassin or something like that in a group called the Beekeepers, and he goes on a rampage trying to find out who did this to her, who scammed her out of all this money. And it takes you on a ride that is fun, in my opinion. I thought it was some fun, good old classic action that I don't usually watch a lot of, but like I said, I'm going to try to watch more 2024 movies, and I enjoyed this one. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was funny, and there were some good action scenes, good fight scenes, pretty good gore as well. So I think I've only watched really one other Jason Statham movie, which was Homefront, which I really enjoyed. My brother showed it to me because he really liked it, and I enjoy Jason Statham a lot. I'm just not a huge action movie guy. I'm starting to get a little bit more into it, and with 2024 being my year that I want to watch a lot of new releases, I thought Beekeeper looked very intriguing. I watched the trailer and it caught my attention, so I went ahead and watched it, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, the movie is well paced, it's funny, it kind of brings you back to those dumb action movies that don't really make sense. They're not really very good, but they're just a fun watch to shut your mind off and enjoy after watching a bunch of movies that you have to really pay attention to and think about. I thought the movie was well paced within the runtime. There's no really dull moments. There was maybe a few near the end there. The third act, a little bit off tempo from the rest of the movie. I still enjoyed it. It was fun, but I think I enjoyed more scenes from the beginning and middle than I did at the very end. But overall, I think the movie is well paced. There's not a lot of dull moments. It's pretty funny. The action scenes that we get are pretty good, in my opinion. Again, I haven't seen a ton of action movies, so I'm sure these are some action sequences that have happened before, but I thought they were good. I thought they were funny, and I just love watching Jason Statham kick ass for an hour and 40 minutes. I thought it was a lot of fun. There's a point where he ties a guy to his truck with a ratchet strap and lets the engine go, and he drives him off a bridge. Just ridiculous stuff like that it makes completely no sense. It's completely ridiculous, but it's just fun to watch. So those are my basic thoughts on Beekeeper. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's dumb, but it is a fun, good time, in my opinion. I wish we would get more action movies like this. Jason Statham is really the only action movie hero that we have right now. I can't really think of others except for some of the old timers that are still going at it. The Rock, maybe. I thought this was a fun ride. It was short and sweet, only an hour and 40 minutes. We don't get a lot of those right now, especially in the action genre, from what I've seen. And it goes by fast. It's fun. It's exciting. You can shut your mind off and watch it in the background, and it's super fun. So those are my basic thoughts on Beekeeper. We have Josh Hutcherson in here as a CEO of this company that's scamming people out of their money, and I thought he did pretty good. I've seen him in a couple other things, namely, most recently, Five Nights at Freddy's. He was the keeper of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I think he's a pretty good actor. In this movie, he's kind of this douchebag CEO kid that is running this multi-million, maybe multi-billion-dollar company, scamming old people out of money. I thought he did fine enough. Definitely not one of my favorite roles that I've seen him in, but I thought he was good enough for it. Emmy Raver Lampton was the actor that stood out to me, that every time she was on screen or giving dialogue, it kind of pulled me out of the movie. I didn't really like her performance as well. I know it's not really taken very seriously, but every time she had a piece of dialogue, she would say all the cheesy stuff, this cheesy action stuff that really just pulled me out of the movie. I understand that it's kind of intended that she says that type of stuff, but there's certain actors that I've seen in action movies that can pull those type of lines off, and I don't think she pulls them off very well. She has a lot of kind of cringe moments in the movie with her face expressions and stuff like that. She kind of pulled me out of the movie a little bit, but she wasn't horrible. That'd be my only big downer on this movie. So if you're looking for a good fun time for an hour and 40 minutes, I think The Beekeeper is worth it. Go check it out. And now I will get into my categories. So best performance, obviously it's going to go to Jason Statham. He's one of our great actors right now, and he definitely takes over this movie. There's no other actor in this movie that comes close. I think he definitely runs the movie. He has a funny performance, but he's also serious. He just has that dumb, funny action movie character built inside of him, and I think it really works in this movie, in my opinion. So definitely performance of the movie goes to Jason Statham, obviously. My favorite scene of the movie is actually going to be towards the beginning. Spoilers alert if you plan on seeing it, but Jason Statham he finds this business that's scamming all these people, and he brings 2 big jugs of gas in there and blows up the place. And it's a good action scene, good fight scenes. I thought it was executed very well. It was funny. There was good one-liners. So that was my favorite scene of the movie. I just thought it was done really well. And it was a great way to kick off the movie, and it pulled my interest to watch the rest of the movie. Next is Does It Belong on the Shelf? And honestly, I think I might buy the Blu-ray when this comes out. I might wait till it's a little cheaper. I don't know if I'll pay brand new price for it, but I think I will end up getting the Blu-ray for this movie. I would like to rewatch it and have it on my collection. I think it was a fun action movie, and I want to get more action movies in my collection. My collection is 80% horror, probably 90% horror. I only have a few action movies, and it's a genre I would like to get more into. And this one was just dumb fun, and I think I will probably buy the Blu-ray for this movie. So I would say stream it first and then buy it for your collection if it's your kind of movie. It's kind of the divisive genre where I don't want to say everybody should have this movie on their shelf, but for me, I think I will definitely buy the Blu-ray. Last but not least, I'm going to give a movie rating. I do 1 through 5 stars, and for this movie, I'm going to give it a high 3 stars. I couldn't quite give it 4 because 4 would be movies that I really, really like, next to 5 that are some of my favorite movies. I wouldn't say this is very, very good, so I'm going to give it a really, really high 3. I think it's a middle of the road movie, above average movie, and I just had a really good time with it, really fun. So I think 3 stars is pretty fair for it. I think you guys should definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So let me know what you guys think of The Beekeeper if you guys have seen it. Leave a comment below. We'll have a discussion about it down there. That'll be fun. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe for more movie reviews and movie related talk. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.